Yo everyone, welcome to Amps, Pedals and Pickups, continuing our month-long reviews of amp sims. I'm going to be checking out the NeuralDSP Mark II-C Plus suite. Now it's a NeuralDSP plugin, so you know it's going to be some high tier quality, but the whole point about this series is just to see how everything stacks up from left to right. So let's check out what the Mark II-C can do inside the context of a mix, and then we'll check out the plugin. Alright, I haven't actually checked this one out. It's taken me this long to take a look at the Mark II-C Plus. So obviously this is a NeuralDSP layout. You've seen it all 100 times before, but let's go through it quickly. Input gain, gate, transpose. So if you want to drop the guitar a little bit lower, let's just test the transpose feature. This is in drop D, so taking it 3 down goes to drop A sharp. So we have that input mode, mono, stereo, very handy. We've got the doubler there, so like the fake widening. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm just going to leave it off. And you can adjust the spread of that if you want to lower or increase that. That's there. You have your presets, so your final output knob. Very standard stuff for a NeuralDSP plugin. You've got your MIDI capability and your tuner down the bottom there as well. All right, so if it's not inherently obvious, you've got a few extra options down the bottom here. So this is the II-C Plus amp, and this is the Plus Plus. So you've got 2 different amp variants. You have your different cab sections down the bottom. I was kind of annoyed at this because they didn't label it, but I realized that if you go to the cab section, you can sort of decipher things a little bit better. So that's a 2x12. I think that's the slanted 4x12, then that's the straight 4x12. So if we take a look at the front of the panel, you have volume, treble, bass, The main difference here with this one is you've got all these push-pull knobs. So that is currently in the pulled position, so it's in the shift. If you just unpull it, if you depress it back down, then it's not shifted. So anytime the graphic sort of looks like that, it's pulled up and it's doing whatever it says at the top. Now, I'll be the first one to admit that I'm not a Mesa Mark Series power user. I know the people that love the Mark Series amps, they know this stuff inside out. I still haven't quite gotten my head around it. I'm just a mere mortal getting by, but we'll flick through all the different parameters and see how things sound. I've just recorded some chugs there because it's easier than playing things, but let's go through all the different push-pull settings and we'll see how that sort of alters the tone on everything. Now this is the lead switch, so if you take that off, then you're not on the lead channel anymore. So that's actually a big one. We'll stick to the lead channel for now. We can check the other one out in a little bit. So you've got 2 gain stages with that lead channel. That's pretty much where my knowledge maxes out with this stuff. So yeah, when I was dialing in tones, I was feathering the volume and the lead drive. So you can go anything from clean to super distorted. This is without even a stomp pedal in front of it. Then we'll check out how powerful the graphical EQ section is. You've got your classic V there. Let's mess with all them. That one there has such a huge impact. If you just dip it down, it goes to that new metal sort of sucked in tone. That sounded pretty crazy. Let's just take it back to the default tone. I'm not too sure what these OD pedals are based off, but I like this first one a lot better. Get some craziness going on there. All right, we haven't tried the other cabs. I'm not going to go into the cab section and start messing with mics. We'll just keep the default mic sound that we have now, but let's just try the other cabs. Why not, while we're here? So. Let's check out the plus and see how that's sounding. So all the same sorts of controls, but it's just a different voice, a different kind of amp. I mean, is there really a world of difference? What am I missing in the difference between the amps? Leave me a comment. What am I missing between the two? All right, this is probably the complete wrong riff for everything, but we're on the neck pickup. Got that delay pedal engaged. This is how it's sounding. Slap some reverb after that. Now, one thing I'll give NeuralDSP credit is their reverbs and delays. I think they always sound super lush. They've got some really nice algorithms dialed in. So we've already gone through all the parameters. It's very similar stuff. There's not a ton of pedals going on. Let's check out the back of the amp. We haven't looked at that yet. So you have an extra presence control here. Then you have, I guess, a reverb. I'm not too sure if the originals have like a reverb tank going on. Sort of that's kind of what that sounds like to me. I would show you more of it, but every time that sort of reverb is on an amp, I just completely avoid it. So I don't want it in an amp sim either. Happy it's there. Some people might want to use it. All right, and then the last thing we have is this Simual class cab emulation over to the class A. Honestly, it's just so hard to hear this stuff when it's not gain matched. I'm sure someone's out there has done the difference. I'm just going to stick to this. The switches on the back, no need to change it. Everything is sounding great in this mode. I'm not too sure what the Class A difference is overall. So there we go. There's a quick look at the Mesa Mark II C Plus from NeuralDSP. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the quality of this sound. Do you own this sim? Did you skip it last time it did the rounds and everything? Let me know what you think about this one in general. So I'll chuck up my scores on screen to let you know what I think about it. But in general, you know, they've got the creature comforts of every NeuralDSP plugin. We've got the Transpose, just all the basic stuff, the basic overdrive pedals, reverb, delay, the cab section, full featured cab section. As always, very nice layout from NeuralDSP. But what I really like here is instead of like a lot of the archetypes that have come out, is they've just like focused on this one amp. Unfortunately, I haven't spent too much time with a Mark series amp, so I can't actually sit here and be like, oh, it's a very faithful recreation sound. But using Mesas in the past and then using this sim, it feels like a Mesa. It's got that Mesa mojo to it. So yeah, I guess if I was a fan of the Mark series amps, I'd probably be reaching for this because it feels like a really good recreation of it. I'm more of a rectifier guy. If NeuralDSP bring out a rectifier series, I'm there day one buying it because I just know that these guys have the track record to do that sort of thing great. Layout, everything's really good. It's what you'd expect from a NeuralDSP plugin at this point. So yeah, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you thought about everything in the comments below. I'll also leave the link to my Discord server, so if you want to talk about mixing, guitar tones, all that sort of cool stuff, join Discord, join in, talk about stuff. You know what the drill is. And as always, if you stuck around to this part of the video, thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one.